ICC T20 World Cup 2026 full match officially timetable. 7 February first match Pakistan vs Netherlands. 7 February second match West Indies vs Scotland. 7 February third match 7 p.m. India vs USA. 8 February 11 a.m. New Zealand vs Afghanistan. 8 February 3 p.m. England vs Nepal. 8 February 7 p.m. Sri Lanka vs Ireland. 9 February Scotland vs Italy. 9 February 3 p.m. Zimbabwe vs Oman. 9 February 7 p.m. South Africa vs Canada. 10 February Netherlands vs Namibia. 10 February 3 p.m. New Zealand vs UAE. 10 February 7 p.m. Pakistan vs USA. 11 February South Africa vs Afghanistan. 11 February 3 p.m. Australia vs Ireland. 11 February 7 p.m. England vs West Indies. 12 February Sri Lanka vs Oman. 12 February 3 p.m. Nepal vs Italy. 12 February 7 p.m. India vs Namibia. 13 February Australia vs Zimbabwe. 13 February 3 p.m. Canada vs UAE. 13 February 7 p.m. USA vs Netherlands. 14 February Ireland vs Oman. 14 February 3 p.m. England vs Scotland. 14 February 7 p.m. New Zealand vs South Africa. 15 February West Indies vs Nepal. 15 February 3 p.m. USA vs Namibia. 15 February 7 p.m. India vs Pakistan. 16 February Afghanistan vs UAE. 16 February 3 p.m. England vs Italy. 16 February 7 p.m. Australia vs Sri Lanka. 17 February New Zealand vs Canada. 17 February 3 p.m. Ireland vs Zimbabwe. 17 February 7 p.m. Scotland vs Nepal. 18 February South Africa vs UAE. 18 February 3 p.m. Pakistan vs Namibia. 18 February 7 p.m. India vs Netherlands. 19 February West Indies vs Italy. 19 February 3 p.m. Sri Lanka vs Zimbabwe. 19 February 7 p.m. Afghanistan vs Canada. 20 February Australia vs Oman. 21 February Super 8 match Y2 vs Y3. 22 February Super 8 match Y1 vs Y4. 22 February 7 p.m. X1 vs X4. 23 February Super 8 match X2 vs X3. 24 February Super 8 match Y1 vs Y3. 25 February Y2 vs Y4. 26 February Super 8 match X3 vs X4. 26 February 7 p.m. X1 vs X2. 27 February Y1 vs Y2 Super 8 match. 28 February Y3 vs Y4 Super 8 match. 1st March X2 vs X4. 1st March 7 p.m. X1 vs X3. 4 March semifinal 1. 4 March 7 p.m. semifinal 2. 8 March final match. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, share.